Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here to present to you my poster, Connexin 43 regulators as potential therapeutic molecules in Alzheimer. My name is Maria Lindqvist, and I have obtained a PhD and postdoc from Karolinska Institute. Currently, I'm involved in a sustainable leadership program from Uppsala University, as well as doing my own research studies based on the stuff that I did during my PhD and postdoc. So before we talk about Connexin 43, it's good to know what gap junctions are. Gap junctions, I have a picture here. The source is Wikipedia. So you can see the orange stuff here. The orange stuff is gap junction, and it contains connexins. And connexins, they connect two cell layers. So we have the cell layers here in the picture as blue ones. And in order for the cells to communicate with each other, they use, among others, connexins, and therefore ions and other molecules to pass through between different cell layers. So why are they important? They're important for the communication between cells. And it's good to know that connexins are only found in vertebrates. So people who study other organisms that are non-vertebrates, they're looking at inexin, not connexin. So why are me interested in gap junctions? So during my PhD studies, as well as my postdoc, I looked into Wnt signaling. And I could show that an overexpression or lower expression of Wnt signaling regulates connexins. And prior to me, it had been shown by other people that Wnt signaling affects the expression of connexins in heart cells, and especially affected when you have a heart attack or some other injury in the heart. I could show that when I overexpress Wnt, the expression of connexin is lowered, and this is essential for the cell to be maintained for a longer time in stem cells. And as we know, stem cells are good when you want to repair something. So once again, when I did my PhD and my postdoc, I was concentrating on one signaling pathway, because that is how you can make sense of the results you get. And I also both read and hypothesized and designed different ideas about other signaling pathways, such as Notch and sonic hedgehogs. And you do that when you are totally focused and concentrated on a signaling pathway. But lately, I have been interested in investigating different brain diseases, and one of them is Alzheimer. So when I looked at the big picture, I realized that just concentrating on one signaling pathway hardly will give us the whole picture. So what I'm doing now is to look at all the signaling pathways that affect the gap junctions, and then try to make a simulation program for first I do the bioinformatics, then the cell studies, and look at them how they are. So we are going to do closer investigations for metabolism and also look into gut-brain connection. And it's known that if you have leaky gut means that the gap junction is not functioning right. It leaks stuff. And it's known that maybe Alzheimer actually does not start in your brain, maybe it starts in your gut. And this would be one explanation. And then there is also very much important to know that Alzheimer, I mean, hardly anyone has it before the age of 30. Some examples are between 20 and 30, but that is very rare. So we could say that if you train and take care of your brain right, then you should most probably not have Alzheimer at all. And one thing to look closer at is the metabolism. And it's known that babies that are fed on mother's milk, they tend to have lower Alzheimer risk. It's also one thing that is very important to know, especially in Finland, that it's shown that alcohol consumption can affect the amount of people affected by Alzheimer. And unfortunately, Finland is the country in Europe that has the most amount of Alzheimer patients. So it's very essential for me personally, who is very much active in Finland, to figure this out. I have a close personal relation to this. So I can be found on the homepage Educate and Help Locally, and you have my email included. And since this conference is going to be on the 16th of October, if you check out my homepage, I will have the most current version of this poster on my homepage. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.